Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I decided to build a modern mansion on a 64 by 64 lot in Hanford on Beckley. But before we start, I just wanted to quickly remind you that I'm still hosting a giveaway for a Sims 4 pack of your choice for PC. Same price as last month, but this time you have to reach level 20. The giveaway ends on August 30 and it's super simple to enter. All you have to do is download Disney Emoji Blitz using my link in the description, get to level 20 in the game, screenshot and tag me on Instagram. My handle is @KateEmerald. Additionally, anything you spend in that game will help support me, as the link acts as a creator code. Thank you so much and good luck to all of you. It's time for a modern mansion. I've had so much fun building all these cottages, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to create more in the future at some point, but I just had to work on a modern mansion. You know how much I love modern mansions, and I also know that a lot of you actually enjoy these as well, so I figured I'm going to use the brand new 64 by 64 lot in Hanford on Beckley to build a modern mansion. We only have a limited number of 64 by 64 lots in this game, even if you own all expansions. And finally, we got a 64 by 64 lot with cottage living. The last one we got before this one was in Get Famous in 2018, and it's been a long while, so I'm really excited still that we finally got a new 64 by 64 lot. And I wanted to do two things. I wanted to build a modern mansion really over the top, and I also wanted to put a heavy focus on the pond tool. I finally had so much space so I could really use the pond tool when I was working on the 64 by 64 cottage living farm that I created after the pack came out. I was still quite limited when it came to space because I had to incorporate all these farm elements. I built a house in the center, then I also needed a barn, an area to grow crops and stuff, and I also used the pond tool, but only in the front of the lot. And here I figured I would just use all the space for the pond tool. I would have so much fun landscaping, and then I would just see how much space is left to create a modern build. But 64 by 64 is really huge, so even if you use a good amount of the space for landscaping, there's still some space left for building a house. My idea was also to simply build a part of the house above the water, as you will see, so I wasn't really concerned with space at this point. And I wanted to have all these different levels for my waterfalls, so I created different ponds. I just raised the terrain a bit, lowered it in the center, so I could just create a hole that I could fill using the pond tool. I then added the waterfalls from Idle Living. This is a debug waterfall. It's animated, it's stunning. You need Idle Living for the waterfall, and you have to activate the debug cheats. And I just added these waterfalls to my different ponds, and the rocks that I used for the waterfalls are from Eco Lifestyle. They're just perfect for this type of look. And I wasn't really limiting myself here when it came to packs. My last build was a base game build, including the absolutely stunning CC from Mr. Alkan. But here I just thought, okay, I'm just going to use all the packs and I'm not going to focus on a specific pack. Also, when it comes to style, I just wanted to have a modern mansion in Hanford on Beckley, even though this doesn't make a lot of sense probably, but it's such a stunning world. So here at this point, I had built lots of ponds. I then built a pool in the front, and this was something that was confusing me at first because I knew that I would like to have some water there as well, and at first I wanted to use the pond tool for this, but then I figured, hey, it's much easier to just use a pool in this case. It will be functional, it will be a proper pool, and it's just really easy to build there. I don't know, I just got so used already to use the pond tool, but in some cases it's just so much easier and more convenient to simply use the pool tool still. And I built some stairs, as you just saw. I used the platform tool for this. Your Sims can traverse and use platforms as stairs as long as you have a height difference of only one step. You have to make sure though that you connect the top to the level above. So I had to build some proper actual stairs, and you have to make sure that there is no wall behind the stairs. Otherwise it's going to give you some cryptic weird error. And this happened only at some point, like back then, before we got the configurable stairs. I created all these stairs tutorials, and then at some point a patch broke this because you couldn't have any walls behind the stairs. But back then, a couple of years ago, this was possible, so I had to update my stairs tutorials, and this is something that you have to keep in mind here. So when you look at these stairs that I built using the platforms, behind the platform at the top, there's no wall behind. I removed it, and this is how it works. And then I already started to decorate a little bit. I don't have a house here, and usually I really like to just finish the house and then I decorate more. But here I just felt like adding a floor color, just different objects in this case. So I just wanted to make sure that it all looks good and makes sense. I used the tool mod in different areas. It's absolutely not a must to create something like this, but I wanted to have some rotated shelves which framed my windows. They're going all around the windows. I just used it for different things. And then I wanted to have this beautiful area which is above the water, so your Sims are able to just hang out there, and they are right above the pond, and they are in between the different waterfalls, which is just so beautiful. And I thought that this would look just so stunning. Also, I'm doing so much better. My last speed build, I was sounding a bit rough and confused. It was already super late and I wasn't feeling too well because I had a cold and I felt a bit confused, but I'm doing really well now, and I just had so much fun building this, and I'm just really enjoying to record this right now. I just noticed when I started to record this how different it feels from last time. I was really kind of out of it. I don't know, wasn't feeling too well. But I'm really happy to be back, and I'm excited to build more and also to create different things, not just cottage living stuff. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks now since cottage living came out, and as I said in my last speed build, I'm kind of done. I want to create other stuff, just stuff that I want to create, and I wanted to create cottage living stuff, but it's still like a theme that you have to stay within if you want to create something for the new pack, which is a lot of fun. But I sometimes enjoy, after a pack has been out for a couple of weeks, to be like, okay, I could build whatever. What is it? I don't know. It just inspires me more, so I just built this random modern mansion. For the windows, I mostly used my beloved snowy escape windows. They're just perfect. You can perfectly combine them with the glass floors from Island Living. So a big recommendation to use them like this and to combine them. Here you can see how I'm rotating more shelves. I just wanted to have this look, and the tool mod, of course, does not affect the gallery upload, as I always mention. So you can just grab this from the gallery, no matter if you play on PC, Mac, or console. Everything will still be in place and rotated, so you can just grab this from the gallery. And the layout reminds me of a mid-century modern build in a way, just a little bit because of the colors. And I used the new floor from Cottage Living, this white grayish one, and in combination with all these hyper modern elements, it has some type of retro vibe in a good way. It reminds me of mid-century modern, definitely, but this wasn't really what I was going for. I just knew I would like to have a pond and a modern luxurious mansion, and that's just what I wanted to have. I always wanted to create a proper mid-century modern mansion in The Sims, but I just can't nail it. Like, whenever I try, it just doesn't look authentic. And here I'm decorating the pool a bit. I used a wall decoration from Dine Out to do this, so I just built the pool. I changed the wall color on the outside, and then I placed this wall decoration on the outside just to make it look a bit more fancy. Also, I feel so inspired to build like a really over-the-top Beverly Hills mansion. When I wasn't feeling too well, I just chilled on the sofa and I was binge watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You just know how much I love this show. And I was binge watching it, and I always feel so inspired when I see some of the mansions that you can see on the show. And of course, the drama. It's just fun. It's just so much fun. I just love it. Like, I can't help it. It's such a guilty pleasure. I love it. And I just chilled on the sofa and I was watching one episode after another. And now I just want to create a beautiful, luxurious mansion. I mean, some of them are super tacky. Some of the stuff on that show in general is super tacky, but I think that's what makes it so fun. And I felt like when Get Famous came out, it completely nailed this type of style, like this Beverly Hills Hollywood over the top kind of style. And I just really want to build a really luxurious celebrity mansion. I don't know, like, if you've watched the show, but my all-time favorite house on the show was the house by Yolanda back then, the one with the beautiful pool in Malibu. It like had a huge door that they could open. I don't know if it was some type of sliding door, but basically their living room was right in front of the pool, and they had the super fancy fridge, which just looked like it was just a giant glass door, and you could see everything on the inside, and it was so gigantic. There were like huge, beautiful baskets filled with fruit. I've never seen anything like this before, and you see a lot of luxury on the show and a lot of mansions in general, as I said, but this house, it's just so stunning, honestly. Like, some of the stuff I don't even like. I love to see like what's going on. I love the drama. I love to feel inspired by it. A lot of the houses I wouldn't want to move in, but Yolanda's house was just something else. So absolutely stunning. And it generally just so much fun when you just look at all the stuff for building, and it just helped me when I wasn't feeling too well, when I just chilled on the sofa with my cold. It was really helpful. And also TikTok, like lots of TikTok. Like back then, I never used it. I was kind of late to the party. I think I started to use TikTok maybe in, I don't know, last year, December, November, I don't remember. And like now, I just have to admit, I'm just so addicted. Like every night, before going to bed, I chill on the sofa for a bit and I watch TikTok, and it's just so relaxing. I love it. I don't know, when I just want to chill and calm down, I love to watch TikTok. And I actually also want to create some. Like, I have a TikTok account, an official account. I just uploaded some, I don't know, random stuff back then. Like, I don't know, 4 videos or something. Nothing serious, but I thought about just using some of my old tutorials, some of the basics, and to just create some short videos for TikTok using my own tutorials, like stuff like this, and also just some new stuff. I think it could be so much fun just to have a really quick short video explaining some stuff. I don't know what you think, but I was thinking about it because I really love this app, and I was thinking about doing that. Yeah, I'm landscaping a lot. So here at this point, I figured that I have this huge space down there, and I just wanted to have a small basketball court. I only ended up placing one of these, and that's it, in a hot tub, but I definitely wanted to use the space, and there's just so much space in general. The house itself isn't that huge actually, but I just wanted to add all kinds of different things. I wanted to have the waterfall, the area where you can chill at the waterfall, as you just saw. I wanted to have the beautiful garden, and just so many things. This house is really overwhelming. And then I started to furnish. And whenever I'm working on a house like this with a floor plan, which is a bit weird on the inside, the first thing I try to figure out is where could I build the kitchen? Because usually lots of windows are in the way. I don't like to place counters right in front of a window. So I had to find a good space, and then I figured, okay, look here, this is the kitchen. And I think it looks fun because it has a different shape. It's not like the typical open, huge KateEmerald kitchen with like miles and miles of counter space. It's still huge, but the shape is a bit different. And I really like the stairs in the background, and the railing is like glowing blue. it's from Get Famous actually. It comes in different swatches. I just wanted to incorporate a bit of color. This is also why I changed the wall color, as you can see, to this bluish color. It doesn't really match the blue, but it looks fun. And then I just used lots of stuff from Dream Home Decorator, just the perfect pack if you want to have a really sophisticated modern interior, in my opinion. I wanted to have a huge dining area. This is probably the point where I had already watched too much Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because I just combined 2 tables and you can just host a really huge party. I don't know. I just figured it would be so fun to have a huge dining area. The tables are from the base game, I think, the base game update, and I used this fancy, beautiful city living chairs. And this here is just the entrance area. I used these objects from Dream Home Decorator, so it looks like a really proper entry area. You could just put your jackets there, and I added some mirrors. A random sectional sofa, so you could just sit down. Maybe you could greet your guests over there, I don't know, but I had a lot of space in that area that I wanted to use. Also, the floor plan in general is a bit different. At the very top, we have this room which has windows going all around the room, and then we have our island living glass cloth on top, so it's super bright, super sun flooded, really beautiful. And the stairs that you can see here on the right side, these stairs lead up to that room, and I decided, as you will see, to turn this into a super luxurious bedroom. And I know I already mentioned Dream Home Decorator and that it's just the perfect pack for a really modern, sophisticated interior, but honestly, the way we can build walk-in closets now, it's just game-changing. It's just the most amazing thing ever for mansions. So I totally built some Dream Home Decorator bedrooms, basically, as you will see. Here I used this corner just to build a TV. We have different areas where Sims can sit. I just worked on the living room. I had already placed some island living glass floors on the ground, so I figured this would be the perfect place to build a sectional sofa, again using Dream Home Decorator. But then I also created this little TV nook, and this here is the room that I just talked about. This is one of the bedrooms located at the very top. It's really open, really huge, like some type of loft. I also incorporated a bathroom. Here at this point, I forgot to add a shower. I'm going to do that. So if you spot some mistakes, usually I spot them and I fix it before uploading to the gallery. So this was just while I was recording and building. So now I'm rewatching and I'm going to fix that before I'm uploading the build to the gallery. So this will be a proper bathroom. I love the light in this room. It's just so stunning and so modern. And at first I wanted to use this furniture from the pack, but it wants to snap to a wall. It wasn't really working, and I thought I'm just going to use these cubes, and I cluttered the shelves, just random stuff, so it looks a bit lived in. I then decided to place a bookshelf, also a desk, so this area is everything your sim needs. Maybe even like for a teenage sim, we have the desk. Your sim could do some homework over there, maybe just different things. This is another bedroom. I didn't include all bedrooms in this video, but of course it's fully furnished when you download this from the gallery. I once again used the furniture from Dream Home Decorator. I filled in the spaces between the chimney, and the cool thing is you see how I built the chimney using a wall, and the reason for this was behind this is the wall that I had to remove for the stairs. I talked about this earlier. You have to remove the wall behind the stairs so you can add some stairs, and this is why I had this weird nook and I just turned it into a chimney. I placed a fireplace in front of it, so this is kind of like the master bedroom. And these bedrooms, all of the bedrooms are located down here at the bottom. There's only one at the top that you just saw, and it's a beautiful huge home for a family, including some kids' rooms. There is lots of space for a big sim family, and this is it. This video is slowly coming to an end. You can here see some screenshots, and now it's time to thank my wonderful Emerald Patreons. A big thank you to Brynja Wilcox, Jennifer Lewis, Callan Renee, Molly, Telena Lynn, Shannon McClam, Tamika Mitchell, and Victoria Smithies. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. Thank you to all my other Patreons, and thank you to anyone who watches my videos. Thank you for all of your support. I equally appreciate it, and I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and build. It's available in the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. It's CC free and unmodded, and yeah, you can just grab it from the gallery. I hope you will have a fantastic day and week, and I hope you're doing well. I love you all, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.